to Ergonomics Built Better with Ethan, Brandon, and Brian. We have a great show in store for you today. The topic up for discussion is the ergonomics and the design of a semi-truck cabin.
That's right, Brandon. And in particular, we'll be evaluating the seat design and the dashboard displays. According to OSHA, truck driving is one of the hardest jobs on the body, and in fact, it is always near the top of professions for lost work due to injury. The reason for these injuries is due to fatigue that can be caused by poor seat design.
Well, the design of the seat can cause fatigue due to incorrect posture of the spine, too much vibration in the seat, and pressure applied on the disc in the lower back. A good way to reduce these issues is by installing an adjustable air supply system in the lumbar region of the seat. This region can be pumped to either 2 to 4 inches to create proper spine curvature during an extensive drive. The seat should also be equipped with motorized controls to adjust height, recline, and distance from the pedals in order to accommodate all body types.
Some other tips for the driver's back are to recline their seat to 110 degrees to alleviate the pressure on the disc in the lower back. A way to deal with these many vibrations of the semi-truck is to implement shock absorbers at the bottom of the seat. This allows for the driver's muscles to work less when counteracting the vibration. Listen in out to our lead reporter Brian Trussell for an exclusive interview with an experienced truck driver. Brian?
Thanks, Brandon and Ethan. I'm here with James at Pilot. James, how long have you been driving? 20 years. Wow, 20 years. So, in your 20 years of driving, what would you say is the best improvement in the seat design?
Lumbar, way back.
Okay.
The seat is great. Lumbar and back is air ride, economical, and it's just great.
Okay. And then as far as the display panel, have you seen any improvements in that over the years?
The display panel is good. All the games is readable. All the controls are accessible. You don't have to reach too far across for any games with the new type of truck. Now, in an older truck, you had to do some of that, but the new type of truck, everything right there in front of you, visible and accessible.
All right, thank you, James. That's all the time we have here at Pilot. Let's shift it back to you, Ethan and Brandon.
Thanks, Brian. Great job out there. He's one of the best in the business, and for all you ladies out there, he is single. You know, James made a great point about the dashboard display. The drivers have to intake and read a lot of information during their shift. This requires a proper dashboard with easy gauge readability and switches within a normal arm's reach.
It would be best to implement a computerized screen for all gauges and truck warning displays. The computerized displays will allow for faster and more accurate interpretation. The main screen should be located behind the steering wheel and include the RPMs of the engine and the miles per hour. The main panel should also include warning symbols that will light up and blink.
Instead of using a flat panel, it would be best to implement an L-shaped panel in order for the driver to easily reach controls during the drive. The panel should consist of one large computerized display that shows the remaining gauges. The gauges should be grouped together based on the reading type. The display should also have color coding that shows the distinction between good and bad on the gauge. For example, the portion of the oil gauge will be red where pressure or temperature is too high.
The switches for the truck function should be placed on a panel to the left side of the steering wheel. The switches include all lights such as headlights, parking lights, and even trailer lights. The panel will also have mirror controls including an adjustability function and a heating function. The steering mechanism will include switches such as the volume for the radio, cruise control, windshield wiper functions, and so on. These functions are used regularly, which makes them important to be up in front for the driver.
You know, the radio and air control in the panel should be located on the right side of the L-shaped panel. These two functions are used less often, but are easily still accessible because of the panel design. The two most important knobs are the parking brake and the trailer air release. These knobs need to be in different colors and shapes so they cannot be confused. They should be located near the top of the main display for easy accessibility.
So what have we learned today? Number one, simple ergonomic design applications can reduce the amount of fatigue the driver feels over the course of a shift. Number two, dashboard display is crucial when a driver has to make stress-filled decisions in a timely manner. The ergonomic advances to the design of these two factors can create a better workplace environment for drivers all over the world. That's about all the time we have today, but join us next time on EVB with EVB for an exclusive look at ergonomic factors of a porta potty.
And I'm Brandon Soerensen.
I'm Brian Trussell.
And I'm Ethan Dollar. Stay classy, Ergo.